Welcome to a video that can help you figure out if you need a game in 10 minutes or less. Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everybody. My name is miahtheking, and you know people say that they pick their nose, but I feel like I was just born with mine. Now then, thank you for clicking on my video, and I hope you'll stick around. Today we're taking a look at a game just released on Steam this morning called Ascent of Ashes, a RimWorld clone, supposedly created by the same people who developed a mod for RimWorld called Combat Extended. Developed and published by Vivid Storm Interactive, released in early access and selling for $15. So, what even is this game, and is it even worth it? Well, I have no idea. There's no plot, no story, no starter, no anything. What is this game? Well, it's just a RimWorld clone. That's about all I got in terms of generalization. If you haven't played RimWorld, then this might be a bit harder to follow along with, and I apologize for that, but it's easier for me to do it this way, so just go play RimWorld instead of this for many reasons, alright? Okay, let's move on. So, let's go into the good and the bad now, shall we? And now, normally, I'd just go right into the positives, and then the negatives, and then give you my final thoughts. However, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of positive to say about this game. Like, honestly, simply put, this game was released way too early, and because of that, plus the fact that they're charging us for this, and I can't justify glossing over its flaws regardless of it being in early access. To me, that excuse only goes so far. So let's just go over the one thing I felt that they actually did right here, the graphical design. I mean, I do love the graphical design here. It's like RimWorld but 3D, which is cool, and it almost has that comic book kind of style in how it's all drawn. It's a new look, and it's got its own charm, with decent contrast and decent color choices, as well as some decent attention to detail here and there. It could use a little work, for instance in some cases where it's really hard to see where or how you placed things sometimes because it just doesn't stand out against the fog of war enough, which, by the way, the fog of war seems really like a really bad idea for me. Like, I mean, it's not that it's a bad idea, it's a good idea, it's badly implemented. Like, why is there fog of war inside the building my own people created? Shouldn't they know what it looks like in there without, like, they built it, so why is there fog of war inside the building, thus making it harder for me, the player, to be able to recognize, see, and understand things? Nothing is highlighted or drawn attention to, thus making it harder for you to navigate and find things, plus with that fog of war, but still, for the most part, the graphics are done pretty well, and it's a good idea, which pretty much would be the theme of this review, is that these guys have a lot of good ideas, but they're just not implemented well. But unfortunately, that's about the only thing that they could do well here that I can openly admit honestly, with good conscience, was the graphics. If I look at any other aspect of the game, I find it full of flaws. And I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't explain to you why I felt that way. As we go forward, just know that I love the game RimWorld, and I do enjoy the mod Combat Extended. I think they did a great job there. No hate or ill will towards the devs at all. All of this is just to help people out there who don't understand save money and time, and to even help the developers realize where they went wrong so they can make adjustments, alright? But I gotta be honest, so here we go. Up first is the gameplay. Technically, it's not bad, but it's just a clone of RimWorld, and not only that, it lacks in a lot of quality of life components as well as stability or anything different. If you took the gameplay from RimWorld and just removed all the quality of life segments and user interface components and smooth, seamless transitions, then you'd get this gameplay. So it's similar to RimWorld, but it's lacking in a lot of areas, making it more annoying or badly designed currently, as well as not at all that creative. It offers you the same things from that game, establishing priority orders for your people, keeping them well taken care of, building buildings from resources, going on expeditions, everything. The only difference between that game and this game is that the expeditions have a little bit more ambition, with a little bit more engagement in the combat, but even that is broken due to the game's lack of stability. For some reason, my people didn't have ammo when they went on the expedition, despite the fact I told them to carry not just one magazine for their guns, but multiple magazines, and of course, they died. And while we're on the subject of the expeditions, when I got back from my failed expedition, all of my colonists were broken. See, I mean, look at this, they just keep bouncing up and down on these resources. They were not doing that before I left. Now, no matter what I do, they just keep doing this. I can't do anything to fix it, so they were just stuck there. So this next negative, bouncing off the expeditions, is the stability. Because along with what I just showed you, the game frequently dropped frames on me, it froze a couple of times, and overall was just stuttering and broken in a lot of ways, thus making it hard for me to even sit through the playthrough because of how annoying it was to just play the damn thing. It's super unstable, to make a long story short. Next up that needs work is the sound design. The music is bland, uninteresting, and boring, as well as forgettable. The sound effects sound cheap and pathetic, but I will make special mention of the gun sound effects. They actually sounded really good, like there's actually heavy weight behind them. But there's zero ambiance here, and it's kind of awkward and unsettling. Some things don't even have sound effects, like the fireplace, for instance, makes no sound. I could keep going, but I really don't wanna. Basically, other than the gunshots, if there actually was sound, it just sounded meh. Next up for the negatives is the user interface, tutorial, price tag, and balance of the game. What do I mean by balance? Well, basically, look at what I'm going to show you on the screen. This is the start of me trying to build a house. I ordered my peeps to build a little shack. Now watch the progress they make over the next 10 minutes. See how it's not done yet? It's legitimately been 10 minutes. Now, let's see where we're at after 20 minutes. Still not fucking done. Let me save you any more time. It actually took about 23 minutes for them to finish building this shack. So for 23 minutes, I was just sitting here staring at my screen. In other words, it takes them way too damn long to do anything. Hunting, cooking, researching, building, farming, doesn't matter. Literally takes them tens of minutes to do anything, and that's so damn boring. So it needs balancing in terms of resources being used, managed, gathered, organized, or whatever. And if it's like this here, I can't even imagine where else it might be like this. Then you've got the user interface. It's super annoying to deal with simply because sometimes there are tooltips and sometimes there aren't. The text is too small to read. The options lack any real optional choices. There's no event text letting me know when or if things are happening, like food spoiling or people getting tired or angry or anything like that. As for the tutorial, there isn't one. Now technically, even RimWorld kind of had a tutorial through the tooltip bubbles and the hints that popped up, but there's absolutely nothing like that here. There's no writing here at all. There's no explanation. There's no lore, no story, no anything. Literally, as soon as you hit a new game, you're just here, plop down in the middle of nowhere. You can't adjust or create your own colonists, just customize kind of what they look like. And with how awkward and poorly designed the UI is, it's actually kind of hard to even figure out what they're doing, what they're wearing, or how anything works or why. For instance, I gave my hunter a gun and ammo, and I give him armor. He exceeds the weight capacity, but I don't care because the game doesn't tell me how that's bad or what the problem with that would be. I send him out and he's able to hunt just fine, but then I send him on an expedition and he has no ammo. No explanation. This kind of disorganized feeling of not actually knowing anything about the gear, the resources, or the colonist management or anything is everywhere in this game. So to make another long story short, it all needs to be better optimized and organized. There's not even any drag and select all button. You can't move your mouse to the edge of the screen, like there's no screen panning with the mouse. Controlling your colonists through drafting is awkward. There's few, if any, key binding shortcuts. And overall, the mechanics in general are just a bit rough. I mean, I've actually walked away from the game for about 30 minutes just to see what would happen to my colonists. And you know what? Nothing! Nothing at all happened. They just sat around doing nothing. Not dying, not eating, not doing anything. Sorry, not eating, but not like doing anything really. Like they would just sit there, they'd eat, they'd sleep. They'd sit there, they'd sleep, they'd eat. Like they would do absolutely nothing. They never ran out of food. They never got attacked by anything. They never had any instances of anything happening ever. That's basically what I'm trying to get across here. And there's no real reason to leave your base, by the way. Not really. I mean, you can make a farm and build a house and then just sit there nice and peacefully and wait for old age, I guess. I'm not sure if events are supposed to happen or if there's anything programmed in there right now, but right now there's bare bone, nothing. There's nothing there, nothing to do. So, look, I could keep going on and on and on about how badly this game was released, but I don't want to talk about it anymore and I don't want to play it anymore, so let's just sum it up and end this. Now, I know it's in early access, and a lot of this stuff is to be expected. Don't get me wrong, I'm aware of this. But there is still a limit. Being in early access is not a good enough excuse anymore to release a shoddy project and ask for money for it without receiving any kind of criticism. Since they're asking for more than $5, it deserves its criticism. I think they released it way too soon. It needed a lot more work before being released, but even if they had done that, this wouldn't really be anything all that special. It offers nothing new, nothing innovative, nothing creative, since it's all basically just a copy of another successful game. But the fact that they released it in this state, this early, and are charging more than $5 for this is just wrong, because explain to me how it's worth more than $5. What here makes it worth more than $5? There's nothing here. This is a concept. It's not even ready to be a demo yet. They simply shouldn't have released it in this state. Now, I'd love to support the devs and see what they could do, but I don't want to support them in making another copy of another game. I'd rather support them and see them make their own thing, rather than see them copy someone else. And as of this moment, right now, this game is absolutely not worth your time or money. It would just be a giant waste of both. The only redeeming quality here is the graphical design choice. It's pretty interesting and nice to look at, but legit, everything else here is lacking. It's lacking creativity or originality, it's lacking stability, it's lacking quality of life, it's lacking engagement, it's lacking immersion or player retention, it's lacking mechanics and controls, it's lacking sound design, it's literally lacking in everything. Here's my recommendation. If you like the devs and you want to support them, fine, I get it, I understand, but you should still get your money's worth, and I don't feel like you are here. So don't buy it right now, wait for a discount, or add it to your wish list maybe, and check back in 6 months to see if they've made any serious headway with its development. If not, then maybe come back in a year, but right now, at at this moment, it's just simply not worth your time or money. I hate to say it, I hate to be so harsh, but that's how I feel. And that's about all I got to say about this one. So thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions or concerns, please let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you all again on my next adventure. So until then, I bid you all farewell.